Hello, Ruben Ultima Wong here. This is more of a response to a comment I received on YouTube asking if there's any tips I could share on how he can improve his pistols when he's playing CSGO. I'm going to caveat first that I'm not a pro gamer. I used to play competitively many years ago. Of course, there are probably many better guides out there. I will share with you 3 things that I think that could be helpful to anybody watching this, and hopefully it makes sense as well. So before I begin, I hope everybody is safe. I mean, now we have the COVID-19 pandemic, and I just wish whoever's watching this that you remain healthy and that you're well, and that your family is protected as well. So just hope that we all can be united during this time and just be considerate to people around who need help. Yeah. Without further ado, 3 things to talk about. So the first one I'll talk about is the way you play. So if you play as a terrorist, the way you approach a pistol fight is very different compared to when you're being a counter-terrorist. So in my other videos I talked about how to use the AUG more effectively. I hope it helps. And I give these 2 terminologies. One is called predictive aim, one is called reactive aim. In short, right, predictive aim is that you kind of anticipate when the opponent appears. If this is a wall and then the opponent is going to come out from this side, right, you place your crosshair here. You estimate when the person will come out from, and that is called predictive aim. So by the time you see an opponent run out from this spot, you kind of time your reflex to fire at this spot so that it aligns and you hit shot and kill the person. So that is the essence of what I mean by predictive aim. The other one is reflex aim, where your crosshair could be far away, like over here, and the opponent just like inches out and you move your mouse consciously towards that person to shoot him. So that's based on a reactive approach. The way counter-terrorists play is a little bit different. As a CT, you will be expecting the terrorist to appear. So for example, if you play Mirage and you are now looking at TRAMs, you would be putting your crosshair, you would be putting it around here. You won't be moving it around and reacting to the aim. You expect that they would be coming out from that spot in anticipation of the opponent's movement. As a CT, the way I approach it is I'll take predictive shots. I will just stand still, mark the angle, wait for the engagement to start, hope my first shot registers and aligns with that headshot, and then you get a good kill. Of course, subsequently after that, you got to follow up with reactive shots. After you miss your predictive aim, you reposition yourself, so you re-engage by waiting for the terrorist to appear. Now for terrorists, it's a different story. For terrorists, most of the time you're going to go for reactive aims. But your reactive aims are not entirely reactive, because wherever you move, your crosshair will be actually placed at where you would expect a CT to be. So in this case, you see, when I'm running, I'm already consciously placing my crosshair at locations where the counter-terrorist might appear from. So when I come from here, you'll be looking at these spots first, right? Before you clear sandwich and move up to stairs. So your crosshair placement is already at locations where the counter-terrorist might appear. So when I move up from here, see, when I move from here, my crosshair is placed along the wall and then towards right, because that's where a counter-terrorist might appear from. Your crosshair will be constantly moving as you are moving. So the way you play again as a terrorist, in terms of the pistols and how you arrange, is going to be different. The same can apply for your rifles, but I'm just going to touch a little bit on that for now. Every pistol has different damage, and the USP specialty is that it has 12 bullets. It's very highly accurate from a long distance. Compared to the Glock, technically the Glock has 20 bullets. If you miss the first shot, you have 19 bullets to play with to aim for the body. But you need to recognize that there are other stronger pistols. Like the P250 is particularly strong. It is a good alternative to your main default pistols. And so you must recognize that every pistol has its own drawbacks. So from a terrorist, you want to close the distance. For a CT, you want to maintain that distance so that you can take advantage of your long range USP. Of course, when the situation changes, when the bomb is planted, you're forced to retake and enter into close combats. That's why for counter-terrorists, I feel where possible, you should always try to avoid close combats, always try to survive. That's the key. Learn to look for headshot markers. What I mean is that, and this applies to rifles as well, in the map, when you play, after a while, you will kind of remember the height of your opponent. So your crosshair will always be aimed at the head level compared to the body. Notice that here I'm actually marking the headshot level. So this is where, when the terrorist appears, their head will be at this level. So you gotta kind of recognize through the map where the headshot levels are. You know, it's around here from middle. Let's say from palace, it's gonna be somewhere around here. You know. So when you play your pistols, make sure that your shots are always at that hit level. For USPs, I tend to just take one taps or even double shots. And if there are people moving around, I would still be trying to maintain that height. For Glocks, I play differently. The first shot I aim, I try to aim for the head. But the second, third and fourth, I try to bring it down already. I'll be aiming for the body. I'll just try to deal as maximum damage as I can because I have 20 bullets to play with. I'm not sure if this will work for you, but this is how I play my pistols. And I think another mistake is that because you are playing as counter-terrorist, you don't have much ammo to compare to a terrorist. So you must conserve the bullets. Fire when you think you can land the bullet. I actually take my time to wait for the recoil to come back and then try to ensure that my bullet hits the person. So try to stay calm when you're using your pistols. Don't be too nervous and try to just try to spam it. Take your time. Take your time to make sure that the bullet that you fire lands on the person. And hopefully this will help you in your Counter-Strike Go games. So without further ado, I hope this helps. Take care guys, take care. Take care, stay home, wash hands properly, and may everybody be healthy and well. Okay, Ultima signing off.